Veronica,
Nice to meet you too.
These guys are
Veronica, can I ask you a question? They always ask Coach.
You gotta be special if you can keep up with this guy.
All right, really quick. How did you feel about OBJ crashing your wedding?
Oh my God, it was the best.
She loves him.
Yeah.
It was great.
Right?
Yeah.
It was really, he was invited, you know, it was kind of like, hey, if I show up, you're going to be mad. It's like, get your ass over here. I love that guy. We're trying to get him back here too. So hopefully it works out.
So do you like your favorite players, do you put pressure on them saying, hey, well, I want to bring back OBJ? You said,
Sometimes.
yeah.
He had a right feel for the timing and tone to be able to kind of joke, inject some humor, but then lock in when need be, and talk about a guy that made plays at the right times.
Speaking of adding players, you added Wagner and Robinson, who are big-time players. How are you looking for them to help out with a high-caliber team like what you have?
I think the biggest thing is, even like with Bobby, you know, Bobby is he's got such great awareness. He's such a great leader, did it for so many years in Seattle. He's already earned the respect, the way he comes in, the way he works every single day. You don't have to respectfully defer to, hey, it's your first year. You're already one of the leaders. And that's just by being himself. And you don't want him to have to do anything other than be himself. And he's a great communicator. He pushes guys every day. See the way he's leading that room, but really the influence that he's got on the first level, the third level of the defense, his connection and rapport with Raheem when you got the green dot is big. And so he's a stud. I mean, I think he's had his best practices over the last couple of days. You can see he's really getting comfortable, showing up in all phases. And then Allen Robinson, big stud. I mean, I forget how big you are.
He's big. He's tight end.
I love that comeback.
I love that. But you know what he's got, like we were talking about when I talked to you guys last time, rare body control for a bigger guy. You know, he can drop his weight, get in and out of stuff, and then he plays big at the catch point. I mean, you saw in the 2-minute situation, we're really just trying to get in field goal range on the first play of the drive. Goes off man. He ends up and goes and gets it, high points it, and he's conscientious as shit. You know, really coachable. So
you know what he said he enjoyed about here, and the difference between here and the other places he's been is that this is the only thing that matters. And he went like this on the field, like, you know. And I talked about the comeback. He's like, man, even as a receiver, this is my first time where I feel like I can actually play the game. It's not just stay on this route that was drawn on this piece of paper. Like, no, you can get out there. That comeback, both of y'all met. It was like, man, it was awesome. But he gave a lot at the top.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
I think these guys know too, like, as long as within the timing and rhythm, you're going to be in your spot. That's really what we care about. But you want to be able to give guys different plans, different angles of the cuts. And, you know, we tell these guys too, hey, where do you fit in the progression? Because I think it's important for receivers to really know, like, hey, you're the primary, you're not. And then sometimes, you know, you want to have all-purpose answers, but when you've got smart players, he knows, okay, if I'm on the backside of a concept, I can take a little bit more time because the quarterback's going to get to me on his second hitch. Or if I'm the primary, you know, I got to get in and out of this because the quarterback's letting this go on one hitch timing, and smart players get that, and that's what he is.
Coach, it's funny how you break down every little detail, and I'm sitting here thinking like, all right, you see greatness every day with yourself, with Aaron Donald, with Coop. How do you guys, all three of you guys, stay at the top level of y'all game?
Well, I think when you've got leaders like that, Pac, these guys set the tone. You know, I've said this before. When you're on teams where the best players are the examples of what it looks like, complacency doesn't set in. That becomes the norm. That's what I think we've got with this team. Now, we got to earn it every single day. There's a confidence, but there's an earned confidence where it's not an arrogance. This is the man right here that gets all of our receivers right. But I would say, Pac, it's hey, we go as our leaders go. And when you got AD, you got Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, Bobby!
Hey,
he's still great.
Say, hey, how are we worried about complacency set in? This guy works. But what a
We're just
stud.
talking about you, man. That's crazy.
But his ownership, though, too, like, this is the kind of guy that he is. He's always want to know, what can I do better after everything is accomplished in his career? And that's what the best do. What were you like when you were still playing?
Yeah, I was still hungry for more information, for sure, 100%. I'm excited. I mean, the thing that makes you special to me outside of what you do on the field.
Just so you know, they usually.
I know. We know what's up.
Sometimes I'll be talking, hey, what the heck's going on? What the?
Hey, Coach, we live, Coach. My bad.
But it's like when I first got to Seattle, and we used to be probably the first ones in the facility, and it was like 6 in the morning. It was just us. Came out his way and said good morning. You know, most guys walk in, it's good morning. No, he came out and said, yo, good morning.
Yeah.
You know, it was awkward for me. So like that leadership, can't wait to see that really come to life here.
He's consistent too.
Yeah.
It's like that every single day. You know, I told him, and you know, he knows this because I would always seek him out after we played him in games. but it's pretty cool when you have such high expectations for somebody when you watch them from afar, and then it's even better than what you had thought, when you get a chance to work with them. And I'm excited to be able to, navigate through, some inevitable good times, and then see how we respond the right way when there's adversity that comes up in the season.
Watch this now. I know you guys, been together some months. Let me show you a superpower of your coach, right? You didn't know he had like this superpowered brain.
Oh, no, I know.
You know?
No, I saw it.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All right. They say you have this crazy recall. So the Super Bowl. Can you tell us the first 5 calls that you made in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, well, those weren't good calls, man. We ended up getting a good play on an effective run early on, and it wasn't a good movie after that first drive when we ended up missing on a gun run, and then we end up Cam Akers gets tripped up on Whitworth. We give up a sack. So I choose to put the bad plays out of my mind. Ask me about some good stuff, man.
No. We want to see how do you see how he ran those plays down? Hey,
like they nothing though.
You played for a lot of good coaches, but you got to give coaches flowers. Besides Andy Reid, to me, you're the best offensive coordinator in the game right now. Andy's probably by far one of the best to ever call it. What are some of the things you see in coach? Young, energetic, that gets you guys going?
I think the first thing that stood out was like how much everybody respect him, but also like how much like the relationship that he had with everybody, like from the players to the coaches. Like he has, like as a leader, you have to be able to connect with everybody on all different levels. And that was the first thing that popped out to me, that I was like, man, I want to play for this guy, because he seems like, even like when I was watching from afar, like, he's coming up to people after they make plays and things like that, and like they talk about things they worked on in practice and how it worked out in the game. And I just know you have a great connection with the players, and so I was looking forward to having that type of interaction in my back end.
Now it's hard for guys. What year is this for you?
This is 11.
11. So this is a want. I mean, he don't have to do this for him to give coaches flowers. His character and his leadership speaks for itself. Coach, I love your energy. Yeah. I wish I was 2 years younger. That. I might could have ended up over here, but this body can't take no more. We got a couple of things that you want to get to the right.
Last thing for Coach, man. Love you, brother.
Yep.
All right, y'all.
I'm Les Snead.
Yep.
Young general manager. I need help. I'm coming to you. You have your consulting firm. You're done now. All right. I need to go get my guy. I gotta get my head coach.
Yep.
All right. So I'm printing out the top 10 coaches, maybe.
Yeah.
In the NFL right now. Can you help a young general manager put in order top 5 coaches I need to sit down with, please?
I'm not answering.
Come on, Coach. I need help. I need help.
Here's what I would tell you. Here's my first question for you. What are the most important traits you're looking for in a head coach?
First of all, you got to be a leader of men.
Yeah.
Like, forget the X's and O's, forget philosophy. Do I want to follow you? Am I going to run through a brick wall for you? That's the number one thing for me.
Yep, I agree. I think you're a leader of men. You've got the ability to be able to say, all right, how can I put my guys in the best positions? Is there a commitment to a philosophy in all 3 phases? And then how do I make that come to life, number one, with the personnel that you've got? And then do I have the ability to solve the problems, whether it's adversity within the culture or schematic issues, so that guys have a confidence and a belief that when we go out there, we can go get it done based on, hey, these guys are all pushing in the same direction. We got the resilience to be able to handle the tough times.
I know, but
we also got the right commitment to saying, hey, this system that we're running gives us the best chance to thrive. Because I've been humbled in all of those areas at one point or another. And here's the thing: when you look at here's what I will tell you though. I am going to be political because all of these guys have that ability, and in my opinion, you talking about the top tier guys, I think it's hard to really be able to separate. I think what you look at is, I can respect a trait or many traits of all of these guys.
Well, give me something. Give me something. Get real quick. Hit him.
Andy Reid, consistency over time, great ability to adjust to his players. It's not by coincidence that all of his guys play their best under his guidance and leadership. Bill Belichick, consistency is the truest measurement of performance. The consistency that they've sustained, his focus, his competitive stamina, his ability to be able to know, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make teams beat us left-handed. You look at the discipline, the situational mastery wrestlers, they always handle their stuff the right way. Mike Tomlin, another guy that's done it at such a high level. I think he's arguably one of the best leaders I've ever been around. I've gotten an up close and personal look at him because of his relationship with Raheem Morris. This guy has as much charisma, as much swag, but as much ability to command a room and to be able to get guys to play at their best, to respond to some tough moments as anyone. Love this guy. John Harbaugh, guy that was a former special teams coordinator, but they play with an identity under his guidance and leadership that's flexible. The way they were successful offensively under Flacco, the way they've been successful adjusting to Lamar's great traits and skill sets, they've always been a tough outfit defensively, and they're always in the mix, and they are always a physically tough team in the AFC North. And he's been doing it for a long period of time, getting Buffalo back on the map in a big way. Defensive genius, doing a great job with Coach Frazier of being able to have the #1 defense in the league. And then, oh, by the way, Sean McDermott. And then, oh, by the way, look at what they've done offensively. You draft a young quarterback, you build around him. Brian Daboll did a great job. It's going to be a great challenge week 1 with him and Ken Dorsey. All right, Matt LaFleur, this is my guy, man. Nobody in the history of the NFL has started off where you win 13 games each of your first 3 seasons. Aaron Rodgers is one of the best of all time, no doubt about it. Aaron's playing pretty dang good ball when they've been partnered together. Yeah. You know, so that's a pretty good movie. You know, they've beaten us a couple times. It'll be a great challenge against them. Another guy that's a legend, Pete Carroll, won a Super Bowl, won a national championship. Another guy that I respect the heck out of, authentic, genuine commitment to a philosophy. Competition is everything. This guy's got more juice than me, and he's twice my age. It's incredible the way he's able to sustain it. Kyle, one of the smartest coaches. You can see always putting his guys in advantageous situations, knows how to really manipulate defense. You can see the influence and effect that he's had, whether it's Robert Saleh, D'Amico Ryan's one of the best coaches in the game. These guys are always a tough outfit, and this guy's a stud, Mike Vrabel. I thought, you know, when you talk about a guy, automatically you have great respect because of what he did as a player, but then guys are disciplined. He's put his own spin on what he learned as a player, but being himself, I think the guys respond to that, where he is truly a leader of men. I think the stuff that they did defensively, top scoring defense, one of the top scoring defenses, I thought they did an excellent job in known pass situations. And then, hey, let's go ahead and run with Henry leading the way, and #1 seed in the AFC last year. They've done a great job. All of those guys, you can't go wrong. I think they check the boxes. All right, this guy's a slapdick right there.
We're going to end on that note right there. Love it. Love it.
Good to see you. All right, guys.
I really appreciate that.